Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us today. I'm joined, I also want to recognize our Assembly member, Damon Meeks, who's here with us, Brian Stratton, Kel Wazowski is here, as well as Jim Farr. And then Brian's team is also here throughout. I'd like to recognize Brian Stratton and the New York State Canal Corporation Director. We just had a very informative meeting. Today, we officially announced that Rochester, New York, will proudly serve as the host of the 2022 New York State Canal Conference this October. It's a big deal. And Kel will talk to you in a second about why this is a big deal. First time in Rochester State Conference, and she'll talk a little bit about that in a second. The conference will take place from October 2nd to October 4th at the Strath Allen Hotel. The New York State Canal Conference is a great opportunity for us to showcase our Rock the Riverway initiative and share our vision for a thriving and sustainable future for our river and canal. We are very proud to be hosting this conference once again. And because we're having remarkable success with our riverway improvements to date, the excitement these projects are generating for Rochester residents and New Yorkers across the state who are passionate about our canals and waterways is palpable. I want to thanks to the generous investment of New York State and others. The Rock the Riverway program is drawing together more than 24 transformative projects along the Genesee River. Rock the Riverway will create new recreational and economic opportunities and take full advantage of our historic canal and picturesque waterfront. One of the more exciting aspects of this conference is the timing, because it's going to coincide with our Rock the Riverway weekend. I believe it's going to be is this our first Rock the Riverway weekend? Or second? Okay, we've had some before. But it's going to coincide with that this year. So it's going to be some good synergy. And the conference goers will get a glimpse of the possibilities of our Aqueduct Reimagined project. The aqueduct was, of course, a key piece of the canal system, allowing the canal to cross the Genesee River right in our downtown. Its economic impact then was immense, and it will be again. Our friends here, canal lovers and experts and historians, will have an opportunity along with Rochester residents to get a glimpse of what's possible. We'll be displaying conceptual designs, and we'll be using the Broad Street Bridge for a wide variety of activities to demonstrate the exciting possibilities for this new and exciting public space. In the process, we'll be gathering input to help us create our plan. The Aqueduct Reimagined project is part of our vision to reinvigorate the Genesee River and will help charge Rochester's local economy, attract new jobs, and help solidify our identity as a high-spirited and lively waterfront community. So I look forward to all the great work we will continue to do this year and in the years to come to continue to uplift, maintain, and encourage community and togetherness through the power of great public spaces. Again, I'll wrap up just by thanking you all once again for being here. It's an absolute honor to host this year's State's Canal Conference, and cheers to many more. And I want to have Assemblyman Meeks. I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm putting him on the spot. I just want him to say maybe a few words before Brian comes up and says a few words. So Assemblyman Meeks, I don't know if you just want to say a few things.
I'm just really excited to be here and to explore this opportunity. As it relates to many of the major cities throughout this country, they incorporate the waterfront. Like, that's part of a vibrant community. When you have a nice waterfront, you have to, put the entertainment districts there, put high energy there, and bring the people out, and people will come out. So I'm really excited about the continuing building up of the waterfront. And I remember some years ago we had the International Canal event here in Rochester. So we're excited to have the state here and continue to push these efforts forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Assembly Member. Brian?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mayor Evans and Assemblyman Meeks. Thank you so much. My name is Brian Stratton. I am the Director of the New York State Canal Corporation. And on behalf of all of us at the New York State Canal Corporation and the Power Authority, our overseer parent corporation, we are very pleased to be with you today to announce that the 2022 New York State Canal Conference is going to be held right here in the great city of Rochester. Let me begin by thanking Cal Wysokowski and the members of the New York State Canal Society for their devotion to advancing history, heritage, and the sustainability of our canal system. And let me also thank our great federal partners at the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor, and Cal and Jim Farr both joined me in serving as commissioners on the New York State on the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor, part of the National Park Service, and it's a great organization. Both the Canal Corporation and the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor are sponsoring and serving as supporting sponsors of the State Canal Conference on October 2nd. I would also like to applaud Mayor Evans and the members of his administration for their commitment to revitalizing Rochester's waterfronts and our state canals. The New York State Canal Conference is a biennial event. I don't have the opportunity to say that word too many times, but that means every other year, and it brings together a diverse and engaged community of people who are invested in the future of our canal and canal communities. From boaters, anglers, outdoor enthusiasts, historical preservationists, from Buffalo to Albany, they will all be convening right here in this great city at the Strathallan Hotel and Century Club, October 2nd through 4th. And Rochester's proud place in the 200-year history of the Erie Canal and the development of upstate New York make the selection of the Flower City a natural choice for this great event. So we are very excited. We know that the Erie Canal for nearly 200 years has served as the bridge connecting people, commerce, information, and ideas. And the ongoing excitement of Rochester's unfolding dynamic Rock the Riverway program provides the perfect backdrop for this great dialogue. New York State Canal Corporation and NYPA place great emphasis on the preservation of the canal's history while working to ensure that these iconic waterways have a relevant and dynamic future for all. Through the Reimagine the Canals program, we have been able to make incredible progress. And this investment has been led by Governor Kathy Hochul, leading to safeguarding the canal as a driver of economic growth, from increasing outdoor recreation to promoting responsible environmental stewardship. These initiatives help ensure that our canal remains pertinent, exciting, and sustainable for New Yorkers and visitors alike. And we thank you, and we look forward to seeing all of you right here in October. And with that, it gives me great pleasure now to introduce the president of the New York State Canal Society, Cal Wysokowski. Cal.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Hello, everyone. It's good to be here today among so many friends and colleagues. I recognize many of you, and thank you so much for being here. A few days ago, someone asked me when the last state conference was held in Rochester. I couldn't remember, so I checked my files and was surprised to see that the state conference has never been held in the city of Rochester. Now, Rochester was host to the World Canals Conference in 2000 and 2010, and those were tremendously successful and fun events. Who can remember Dinner in the Ditch? Anybody? 450 people filling the aqueduct for an evening of music, fun, conversation, and art. It was a fabulous event and well remembered. Well, my name is Cal Wysokowski, and I serve as the chair of the conference. I am here today to confirm that, yes, the New York State Canal Conference is indeed coming to the city of Rochester in 2022. Yay! Now, the Canal Society of New York State hosts the conference with the generous support of the Canal Corporation and the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor. The society focuses on education, history, interpretation, and the cultural and economic impact of the canal on New York State, the United States, and indeed the world. We may best be known for our signature project at Port Byron, the Erie Canal Heritage Park, a project some 20 years in the making right off the New York State Thruway. But let's talk about the conference. Highlights include Sunday's Community Day, part of Rock the Riverway celebration, led by Jim Farr, a longtime city employee and commissioner on the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor. Thank you, Jim. It was your idea, and it's great. The Sunday Community Day begins at 1 p.m. and is free and open to the public. We will close Broad Street and put up tents. Under one tent, a public visioning session on the aqueduct will be facilitated by Kamal Cruz and the City of Rochester staff and our colleagues at Bergman. We may even get a peek at some early design concepts under that tent. In addition, there will be live music, food trucks, chalk drawings, bicycles for those who wish to ride along the Erie Canalway Trail, kayaks for those who wish to paddle, and boat rides on the Sam Patch, courtesy of our good friends and partner at the Cornhill Navigation. 2 mobile workshops will be offered during the conference. One will take attendees to the village of Fairport, and that will include a boat ride on the Colonial Bell, a tour of the lift bridge, and a visit to Iron Smoke Whiskey, where Tommy Brunette will offer tastings of his incredible distilled beverages. The second workshop is a walking tour of downtown Rochester. It will be led by the Landmark Society, with stops at the Powers Building, the Aqueduct Building, High Falls, and finishing off where else but Genesee Brewing for a taste of Rochester's signature beverages. The conference includes guest speakers, plenary and breakout sessions on topics like Rock the Riverway, aquatic invasive species, hydropower generation along the canals, and a new perspective that will ask us to re-examine environmental justice at the heart of the Reimagine the Canals initiative. For more information and details, check out our website, nyscanalconference.org. And finally, a very, very hearty and sincere thank you to our many sponsors and partners, especially Brian and the Canal Corporation, the Erie Canalway National Heritage Corridor, the City of Rochester, Bergman, Visit Rochester, the Colonial Bell, Village of Fairport, Cornhill Navigation, and the Landmark Society, just to name a few. So, Rochester, here we come.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kel. We are so excited about this conference coming to Rochester. I want everyone to come out. There's going to be something for everyone, and that day on Sunday is going to be great when we shut down that bridge and party and eat and food and listen to music and get to showcase all that Rochester has to offer. All right, we will take, I already got the media here, I know I have to give these directions. We will take on-topic questions about the conference, and then I'm sure you have to ask me some off-topic questions, but I'm not going to let our folks stand up here while you quiz me on other stuff. But on the conference itself, are there any questions? Mr. Breen. Kel. Kel? Kel?
Jim?
Yep.
Cal?
Kel? Yeah. Go ahead.
Bringing Jim with me.
Yeah.
If there could be one tangible idea that comes out of the conference, a project that could get done, what would it in Rochester be?
The aqueduct.
There we go. Yeah.
Absolutely. A colleague of ours who recently passed away said this about the aqueduct: just add water. His name was Tom Grasso, and many of you may know him. If we can complete, if the aqueduct project can be complete, I think it would be a fantastic thing.
Yeah, it would be a great tribute to Tom, and that was, he always said he only had one good idea in his life, and nobody would listen to him. And so,
There's probably people who don't know what that means, the aqueduct means. Can you say it? Can you explain why that would, what it is, why that would benefit?
It's an iconic bridge in Rochester that used to be a major part of the Erie Canal, and we have great photos of it, and it helped identify the city and build this city, the city of Rochester. Since that time, the beautiful architecture has been covered with a road. Wouldn't it be great to remove that road, open that up, and use it for something other than wonderful graffiti art? Maybe let people get down there and see that art, because it is breathtaking.
Yeah, I agree with Cal. It would be just wonderful, and I think some blend of what's been added and what was there. But we got to have water one way or the other, or my friend Tom will haunt me till the day I die.
Well, and this conference, I believe, is dedicated to Tom, to Professor Grasso. And, you know, as Assemblymember Meeks just said, the cities that we visit, and a lot of us go around the country, they embrace their water. Rochester, that is what all these projects are about us embracing where we came from, and that's that water. And we need to go back and do that. Any other questions? Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.